What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Hey, today talking about the 12th house. And I've been meaning to do a 12th house episode for a while, because you know I am a 12th houser, and anybody who's a 12th houser knows it's like a fraternity. Only we understand we, okay? But what was I going to do? I was going to talk about the 12th house and synastry and what happens when someone's planets falls in your 12th house or vice versa. So let's get into it. So what is the 12th house, y'all? Many people don't know. We think we know, but we don't know, because it's like a mystery. But anywho, the 12th house is the house of isolation, spirituality, confinement. Okay, things behind the scene, taboo things that, you know, like sci-fi. I always like to say, like, sci-fi is a 12th house thing. Okay, like crazy stuff, imagination, losses, okay, sacrifice, sorrow, repression, all of this, okay, karma. So it's a couple of things. And what happens when a person's planet is falling in your 12th house? Now, this is the whole nature of this house, and keep in mind, 12th house naturally corresponds to Pisces. Pisces is a sign of extremes. So on one side, you have like unconditional love, and then on the other side, you have extreme hate. So for anything you put in the 12th house, it could play to these extremes. All right. Now, in terms of, you know, synastry, when people's planets come in, it does something to you. It unconsciously wakes you up. All right? Now, when I say unconsciously wakes you up, it doesn't mean like you're mad, enlightened, or whatever. But more so, the things you've repressed, you know, the secrets you've held, they start to make their way to the light, whether it be through communicating or your true self just showing. So one aspect of the 12th house is that, you know, for the person with the 12th house planet is growing up, things happen to them. Okay? Certain traumas are experienced, certain, you know, habits are developed, like ways of thinking, whether that, you know, being self-conscious or, you know, not expressing anger, whatever. The planet is going to, you know, give us that insight. So the first thing for the 12th house person, you want to look at what planets do you have in the 12th house. And let's go with Mars. Let's go with Mars, right? Say you have Mars in the 12th house. And let's pick a sign. Like, let's say Leo. I don't know. Let's go with Leo. So let's say you have Mars or whatever in Leo, and then somebody's sun comes into your 12th house, right? What this can do is, for the person who is the 12th house person, you're going to now realize things about this Mars placement you didn't realize. Okay? For one, there might be a whole lot of physical intimacy going on. You got Sun and you got Mars, and I gave Leo as the example. So there might just be mad physical chemistry, mad passion, okay? And from that, you could learn something. You could learn something about, you know, what attracts you, you know, to a person, or why you experience certain types of sex. Maybe, you know, this 12th house sun person, this 12th house Leo sun person, you know, brought a very creative, imaginative aspect in towards, you know, lovemaking, and you could never experience that before. Sex was kind of just like dry and stuff like that. So that's one way. And the next way, we could say, like with Mars, you'll now realize if you're secretly an angry person. Because the thing about the 12th house is that we hide things from ourselves. You know, we bury these, we repress them. So we may not always acknowledge the energy that is in our 12th house. Okay, we're unconscious to it. But when someone's sun comes up in there, it illuminates it. I would say of all the planets to come into your 12th house, for you having planets there, a person's sun and their moon, okay, and I would say their Mercury too. It's hard. Let's just go sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus. These are kind of like all good things. Venus is give or take how it's playing out, right? But with the sun, what's going to happen is that the person becomes illuminated. They become like aware or conscious of these faculties within them. So say your Venus was there in your 12th house, your Mars was there, and you just never really realized how beautiful you are, or how attractive you are, or all the qualities that you embody. This 12th house sun person is going to realize that. And the nature of the relationship will be them helping you bring that energy out of the 12th house. Does that make sense? I know it does. All right? But I just reiterate, just to drive it home again. If you have a planet in the 12th house that you're not really owning up to or recognizing, someone's sun is going to consciously trigger that. Give you confidence. Because what is sun? The life bringer. Right? And instills confidence, ego. So you're going to be, if your Mars is there, on one side you may realize like, man, I repress a lot of my anger. I don't really go after, I don't say the things I want to say, or you feel me, do what I want to do. And then you'll start to notice like, man, I could be a whole lot more assertive. The 12th house sun person will provide that motivation for you to become more assertive. All right? Like I said, if Venus is there, they bring their sun there, you feel a whole lot more beautiful, right? Whatever, because sun is illuminating. Then let's say someone's moon comes into your 12th house. What this is doing is bringing you, is gonna any emotional trauma, okay, or any type of trauma that occurred, this 12th house moon person has, not 12th house moon, person bringing their moon into your 12th house has the ability to heal you, okay, to really provide emotional fulfillment in the way that you need it, okay. You'll be able, this is the connection where, man, I never told anybody this, but I feel so comfortable with you, okay. You open up emotionally. It gives the ability to heal in the emotional way. You're going to feel an unconscious bond, with the person, that the person really, really cares for you. Now, on the other side, like I said, that's why I said with Venus, it's tricky. And also, with someone and their sun, it could be kind of tricky. You may feel like, man, it's something I don't understand about this person, okay? Or they could be, feeling this way towards you. But that's what I said, the energy is calling for a way to be brought out of the 12th house. So when Venus is here, you're going to see, right, all your relationship issues, okay? They're going to be dragged out. Say you have Venus square Mars natally in your chart, and then someone brings, their sun, their moon, or whatever. What this is to your 12th house, what this is going to do is this is going to basically show you the error or, the difficulties you experience in relationships. However, it provides a solution. It allows you on an internal level to identify, become conscious of it, and correct it, right? Now, the feelings, this is what I want to talk about, like with the 12th house. The feelings that the person arouses in you will damn near make you crazy, all right? It's like this intense feeling because you're feeling it at an unconscious or soul part of yourself, okay? So, these breakups, okay, or these relationships are hard to let go of. So the next thing, like on the negative side, I said, this could relate to, stalking, rape. I'm just giving examples, not trying to be too fatalistic, but for those who have not had so positive 12th house experiences, this can be why. So within, say you're activating something in someone's 12th house as well, and and you already have the 12th house placement, and your Venus is square Mars or something, they're amplifying your personal aspect. So there's a lot of things to keep in mind when looking at synastry in general, but when really looking at synastry and where the planets fall. If you feel like this instant connection, like, oh my God, like I can't get enough of this person, chances are they're in your 12th house, or maybe you're in theirs. Okay, so intensity, clinginess, fantasy like romance, okay, things that seem like it's fate. And then also the next thing I'll say about this is that 12th house relationships, depending on the planets involved, okay, they may start in secret, okay, they may be meant to be secret, and then they may just never be meant to come out of the 12th house. There's so much to consider here, guys, because at the same time, like I said, most things that start in secret don't always come to the light or whatever. But more times than not, when certain positions, like say someone's north node ends up in your 12th house, that kind of could just signify that, like, okay, this is meant to be an affair and nothing really else. But there's so much to read, all right? But I hope this video helped. I just wanted to touch a little bit on this, all right? Anybody looking for a synastry reading, I do those. Feel free to contact me. If you got any questions, comment, send an email. Until next time, peace.